Alright, so Vanessa is a character I've been using on and off for the last like week and a half now, and I still think the character sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you lot. I will say to start the video, the character can be usable, but you gotta be a livable whale. You gotta have some cracked gear on to make this character usable, which is why if you look at my tier list, I put her in C tier, although I do believe she's probably around the A tier now. I just think if you're free to play or someone a casual, unless you're like a mega whale, it's just not worth investing to her because you could do a lot more things better and at a cheaper cost, because this character, who I was using wrong, I'm not gonna lie. So the character is an attacker, right? You think she's gonna be a DPS character, and if you read the passive, it does say you actually get more damage and more damage resistance. So I went out of my way to make some actual damage resistance gigs. We've got 18 there. We've got some big ones as well. So like, that in of itself is already kind of hard to do if you're like kind of casual free to play, because it's not like you can constantly keep on getting these rural stones for gear. And if you do, investing it into Vanessa is something you definitely shouldn't do, which is why I think if you plan to use the character, the DPS character, it's one, not really worth it if you are free to play, right? Because you could just put this onto like Julius or like even like a Marileona coming out soon and have so much more value having them maxed out and maxing out their gear rather than a Vanessa. So yeah, if you want to use that to DPS, you gotta get it to 5-star, and there's no real way of getting it to dupes out unless you obviously buy the dupes in the shop, which will cost you 2 dupes, but you can always just do the world bond, which is what I did. But you will have to actually spend 3 universal dupes onto her, which it's a lot, man. Like, you just use that on Julius, use that on Asta, use that on Charlotte, use that on Marileona, use that on any other character. You just get so much more value. It's like, this is why I don't think this character is good for like a casual or free to play. It's definitely worth having a character, but that is only if you want to use that at DPS, because after going against some, trying her out a little bit and seeing the top ranks, the best way to use the character is not only to dupe her out, it's simply just to get the character to LR, because when you do get towards LR, her passive does say at the start of the wave to the start of the battle, you are going to grant protection to the ally with the lowest speed for 2 turns. And that is where she kind of excels in, because what the idea is, you basically bring your highest DPS character who doesn't really have fast speed, and then don't put a speed set onto them, and then go towards more like attack, crit damage, you know, pen, crit chance. Make it so your other DPS is super squishy to get attacked, but because they can't get attacked only by AoE skills, Vanessa can be a great support on that way. So if we go towards like top ladders, you can see what people are using. Okay, so rank 98, this is what the person is doing. You got a 2-star Vanessa, not even level 100, because all you want is to apply protection towards the lick, so the lick doesn't get targeted by Asta, doesn't get, you know, debuffed by doesn't get stopped by Julius or stunned. Literally, there's no way for them to kind of debuff your licked, and you just pop off. But in order to do that, though, you do have to have a pretty cracked out licked. And I saw from, I think, even versing them, the only time people use Vanessa is with lick. So unless you have a crazy cracked out lick, it's just not worth using Vanessa. But you can see this is only 1 person out of 100, so you actually have more value going towards like Julius, Noel even at 2-star. You can use the pen combo with obviously William. It's just so much more better things to do. And I did see this team as well where someone is using this full mono green team, which for the looks of it, they are using Vanessa as a DPS because yeah, I think they all have faster speed. Maybe Mimosa doesn't have fast speed, so she is getting protected, so she can't get debuffed by obviously Asta, so that you can still heal and do all that stuff. So that could be kind of useful there. So like, see what I mean? Like Vanessa, I feel like if you invest into the Vanessa, it's just not worth doing unless you really like the character and you have the resources to kind of waste, because you rather just do better things, especially if you are free to play casual. Which is why if you look at the private tier list, like someone sees this and sees, oh, Vanessa is S tier, currently the 2nd best green in the game, because obviously Farna is not out. It's a bit misleading. Some would see that and think, okay, Vanessa's actually sick and she's free, let me use her, and then you probably have a pretty bad experience, especially when the main use that I've seen her be used in is to buff up Lick and help Licks out, and Lick does all the big DPS. How is Lick in A tier but then Vanessa's in S tier? See what I mean? It's why I don't agree with it. I feel like Vanessa would actually be pretty... I'm okay with her being A tier. And in my next tier list, I would definitely go moving her up a little bit. But yeah, S is just like... The glazing is crazy. Okay, so for most people, the best like DPS they can bring is in fact Julius. However, Julius, when you max dupe him, does have pretty fast speed. You can see he has 107, which does mean the Vanessa will actually have lower actual speed than the Julius, which even if you want to put on this set, for example, the freeze carvestone slot, you're still one lower. Okay, so I will say that I am currently in like the upper lower leagues basically, so you have only one person to find, and the people we are finding are like, you know, top 1,000, top 100 whales. So I'm not really built for this. So even though I can use the character a little bit, the showcase is going to be even worse because I don't have enough, like, looks, 97k CC comparable to, like, all these characters. You know, I'm not built for it. Charlotte got 70, I got 53. And currently my Julius has got, like, yeah, 47k magic attack, which you want to up. I think you don't want to have, like, 70, 60k. So, we're going to lose here because I'm just going to lose every single game. So, to be fair, I would say this is not really a fair showcase for Vanessa. But that's kind of what I mean, right? Vanessa, you want to have... You kind of want to wail on one big DPS character. And, okay, so look. Even though I got the speed set on, yeah, it does, the combo doesn't work with Julius. Because you see, Vanessa has the protection on, so Julius got targeted. So yeah, I believe there's actually no way you can use Vanessa with Julius, which is a bit unfortunate, which is why people are using Lick, because he's got lower speed. Okay, so I'll try and use as a DPS now. The person that was top 100 did use the Clover Carry Mimosa instead of the Black Aster, which I currently do not have, so we'll go with All Reliable here, and we'll see if this can work. Not entirely too sure. I believe because of the speed difference, Black Aster is going to have lowest speed, so he's gonna get blocked, which is why you don't want to use Black Aster, because yeah, he's got 100. She has 106, but I'll take this off and put it on Black Aster maybe. Okay, so let's see if we get it. So we got protection onto the actual Vanessa, which I guess is kind of fine. We got one shot anyway, so it don't matter, but yeah, you love to see it. Okay, let's see how much damage we can do. Once again, this is like such a low, not like a really bad build, I'd say, a little bit for Vanessa. I didn't die though. We'll put the shield on. Okay, we got... Okay, a little bit annoying that we didn't outspeed. Okay, let's see. We can't use the skill. We'll do this then. 17k. Not great. Once again, I want to stress the fact that the only person that's using Vanessa as a DPS character is obviously when she is 5-star, which currently mine is not. Mine's only 2-star, so she's not getting the max buffs here. But even still, even if I was using Vanessa as a DPS character, then I still can't use it. Yeah, 5k. I mean, boys, my gear's not built for it, but yeah, I mean, that's just like top PP. So, boys, that is going to wrap up today's video. I'm not really a whale. I mean, I spent a little bit on this game with like monthly battle passes and, you know, the typical stuff. So, like, if I can't use this character, I don't feel like anyone else could. So if you see videos and, you know, people on like Reddit saying the character's good, or like you see people on top PP using them, that's really only because they're kind of mega whales and they can afford to kind of use a little bit. I think even like the JP Dev showcase star, and they did okay, I think, a little bit, but that's because once again they had a maxed out built up a little bit. I just think if you're free to play, like I said, casual, you'd rather spend your resources elsewhere. So that is why I still think Vanessa sucks. I think she's a little bit better than I thought she would, but definitely not S tier. Like, she's got to be in the same tier as Licks. Yeah, I'm Mimosa, because like they're only using the exact same team, and I guess you could argue Licks is only usable with Vanessa, but then also Vanessa's only usable with Licks, so it kind of goes both ways there. So boys, thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any success using Vanessa. Once again, I'm in like top PP, so I'm just not built for it. Maybe when I D-rank a little bit and we start versing like the regular players, I guess, then maybe it should give you kind of okay. But yeah, that's kind of my experience these last 2 weeks using Vanessa, and it's not been great. Definitely won't be using it again. So thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.